I would like to welcome you all to the first AMsportsBALLERS podcast. My name is Martin
Yo.
Gusterud. I'm the guy behind AMsports TV, and with me I got Sigurd Grov, the content creator behind the norske ballere. So Sigurd, we've been talking a lot leading up to this podcast that we want to create something for the league, for American football in Norway that doesn't really exist today. Like that's why we created AMsportsBALLERS. So AMsportsBALLERS is gonna be a podcast for American football played in Norway. Like we're gonna touch NFL for sure, but we're not gonna be an NFL orientated podcast. So if you want to listen to an NFL podcast, then you should definitely, in Norway at least, check out Pickpreik. Yeah, by Martin Gusterud and some of his friends, and also another one is called Ovalball.
Yep.
So be sure check those out. I'm gonna like.
If you like podcasts, you like American football, definitely check them out.
Definitely, like we're gonna touch NFL for sure. We're gonna have some top 5, whatever in the future, and but we're not gonna be like this is the NFL news like those podcasts.
No. This will be a mix of it all, but mainly focused on Norway. And everything in Norway. So.
And we can start by with you telling us a little bit about what's your relationship with football.
Yeah. All right, we can do that. I played football since 2009. Started playing juniors. Martin was one of my first coaches, actually. So me and Martin, we go way back. Known each other for a good while. Like I said, I played football since 2009. In 2020, I started playing internationally in Europe. I played not so far from Norway, but I played in Sweden, and then 21 I played in Denmark, and then I got injured, so I came back home, and now I'm trying to help out the sport in any way I can, if it's athletic wise or if it's promoting wise, and any way is good. So
and I realize now that I shouldn't have started with your football history, because that's gonna really make mine seem not that good, because
it's good, bro.
Yeah, I started to play like 17 years ago when I was 13 years old, 7th grade, moved to Eidsvoll. Like, hey, what's the sport that they're playing in the schoolyard? So I was intrigued by the first moment. Like, hey, I like this sport. You get to tackle people and it's allowed. Okay, sign me up.
It's allowed. Nice.
I've been playing football until 2018. Got a bad shoulder injury, and also I got knocked out my last game, and that's actually a funny story between us, because you were playing corner and I was playing safety.
It's a story. Yeah, but that's a story. We haven't really spoken about that publicly. Like nobody really knows about this. It's just like kind of an internal thing, but we can say it though. It's funny.
Sure, because usually I'm as a safety, I keep a track with all the corners. I send the signals. Like they ask me, hey, what's the coverage? I'm like, yeah, it's cover 2, cover
checking
2.
up. Yeah.
And Sigurd is not. Let me say, you're not always attentive with the signaling. You could be. Sometimes you gotta ask me like twice, or like, what is it? Like right before the snap. Like, yeah, it's this. But you always play good. That's not a knock on your.
No.
But
that's good.
I got knocked out on a punt fake. Like this big dude got the ball. He was like, I think 40 kilos more than me. I'm not sure, and I had to.
It was huge.
Hit him. Went bad for me. I got him down, but he still got the first down only because of a penalty. They actually had to punt. Yeah. So offense went out. We played out. They got 3 and out, punt again, and then we went back out in the game. And I was like, I didn't remember anything. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
We had 3 coverage. We had 3 plays on defense, and I didn't remember any one of them. And I was like, Sigurd, don't tell anybody. I don't remember.
I don't know where I am. Nah, bro. You didn't know what play we're doing. You didn't know what sport we were playing, bro. You were out. Like he came up to me like, I don't know where I am, bro. Like, but are we doing this right now? I just said, bro, just go deep, cover deep. I got everything. All right, just go deep.
No, you said cover the second guy. I get the outside
Oh
guy,
yeah,
you
yeah,
get the
that's what I
second
said.
guy.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So I was
Yeah, I
like,
wanted to
okay,
make it so
I trust
easy.
you.
I was like, okay, let's just go man. So yeah, you and me, we go man now, bro.
Yeah.
That was funny.
So that's obviously one of the reasons why I quit football, because that was like a real scare. Like I woke up on the field and I was like, okay, I'm wearing white. They are wearing red. Like I didn't,
Yeah,
I like that was scary. Like looking back on it,
yeah,
I
yeah,
shouldn't
yeah.
even played. I should have been out.
No, of course not. It's fucking crazy that you were in. I don't know how you got in.
Yeah, the
It's
thing is,
crazy.
when I hit the guy and I got that initial contact and they gave me the concussion, I was
Mm.
already really close to the sideline. So
Okay.
actually Raymond Myhrer, he came inside, he helped me up, and like within 2 seconds I was
Yeah,
on my feet
yeah,
and
yeah.
out of the sideline. So the refs never got a chance to take a look at me.
See the hit. Yeah, yeah. Damn.
Well, obviously not a good promo for the sport,
Not a
but that
good
happened.
promo. It's hey, that's football, bro. That's football.
That's football. Everybody got a
Yeah.
concussion story except AJ Hawk, I guess.
Oh, except him.
All right, so moving on, like,
If you talk to Antonio Brown, he would probably say he don't have one either. But
right, we don't need to go in details about that. That's for another day. That's for another day. So moving
all
on,
right.
like we wanted to start something, and this is gonna be a podcast and it's gonna be a YouTube video. Like it's gonna be visuals on YouTube and it's gonna be only audio on the podcast version. And
Yep.
I think it's gonna be good. Like we're gonna a couple things we're gonna do. We're gonna not overload ourselves with a lot of episodes. So the first year we were thinking like, hey, every 2 weeks, like in the middle of the season, in the end of the season, before the championship game for sure. Like we're gonna do like some regularly episodes, but we don't really have the date set yet on when they're gonna be released or anything like that. So everybody just gotta keep your heads out and we're gonna promote the episode when they release. But we're thinking right now like every second weeks, right, Sigurd?
Yeah. That's the goal for us right now.
Yeah.
So I think we can make that work.
I hope so. It would be awesome to
Yeah.
really go through one season, just do it really like consistently, and hopefully we're gonna get some good response and people gonna like it.
Yeah.
And we chose English because we kind of we want to reach out a little bit wider than Norway. We could have easily done
Yeah.
Norwegian. Actually, fun fact, we did 30 minutes of tape in Norwegian before we were like, hey, let's cut that 30
Hey,
minutes,
we
let's just
forgot.
do English right now.
Yeah, yeah. No, it was rough. It's kind of rough, but hey, there's American players here that play in Norway, and we don't want to exclude nobody. So we figured that talking English, at least everyone that's involved in American football in Norway, they know English, so it shouldn't be a problem that we do it in English.
Exactly. And we realized that when we got to the segment we're going to reach later in this episode, it's called Three Ballers, and some of the players was not Norwegian, so we were like, hey, right now we could have done this in English. Like, well,
Yeah,
let's just go back. Let's do the whole episode in English. So that's
yeah,
why. If anybody have something to say about that, sure, let us know. We probably gonna have some comments and stuff on YouTube or anything. So
yeah,
let us know. So moving on, like I want to talk a little bit about your Instagram, Sigurd. As you can see at the bottom of the screen there, norske
yeah,
ballere. Norwegian ballers means Norwegian ballers, right?
yep. Norwegian ballers. Yep, that's it.
And you like it was a really good start. You reached out to some players and
Yeah, yeah. I reached out to about 10 players, the 10 players that I thought, and I've talked to others because I had like, it's not fully my decision, who I put up there. I have people that also are involved in the voting system. It's definitely I have an influence on it, but it's nothing like, yeah, you get what I mean, right?
yeah, because
So
the concept is to represent players like like
yep, their
individual
concept is
players
to
and
promote individual players, exactly.
exactly and
Yeah.
for like you don't you have one post is Arne August,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody know him. He's definitely a Norwegian
Everybody knows
baller,
him. Yeah,
and
definitely. So it's like it's the common for me when I wanted to do it. I wanted to do that. Okay, I'm not just gonna. Um, it's gonna sound weird, but that's just how it is. I don't want to go and put up someone say that you wouldn't understand who we're. Since you know every single player almost, and you know who's excelled and who's not. Being a broadcaster, so. I think the players that I eventually will post up, people will be like, yeah, I could see that. I understand. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm really looking forward to you getting back on track and posting your about your players. Because no,
Yeah.
seriously, like you got
Yeah.
one post and you get more than 100 likes. Like, poof, like people
Yeah.
want to see
Yeah.
this.
We got a lot of positive feedback on it, and we don't only post a little picture. We also write a little like a segment sort of. We write about the player and his attributes, his story, and everything, so that everyone can learn who that player is. And
Yeah,
that's what
it's
we
like
did with
this.
Arne. Yeah. So when I go through the process of a post or what my plan was, I talked to these players that we've decided on and agreed on. I send them a message, ask for information, pictures, yada yada.
Stories.
Yeah, stories and everything. So it's always going to be up to them if they want to share it. They don't have to. I'm not going to post someone that doesn't want to be posted. So, but
Fair.
I hope that I could end up with a lot of people, like the communication being good, so that we could actually get the post up. You know what I mean? There's no hate to nobody. I know like everybody has a busy schedule, but it'd really be good for both you and American football. In Norway, if we post more.
Definitely. And
Yeah.
in my project, AMsports TV, we are like doing live streams, highlights, and just
Yeah.
trying
Yeah.
to cover American football in Norway in general,
Yeah.
and trying to make the sport grow like that. Because my vision is that if every team have
Representation. Yeah.
representation on the
Representation.
outside, like live streaming, some kind of highlights, some tapes and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and everything is like pretty good quality. My vision is that maybe the league in whole can get like a bigger sponsor, and also when you have a
Yeah.
bigger
Exactly.
sponsor, maybe every small
Exactly.
teams can have smaller sponsors that can really help grow the sport economically.
Hmm.
So far,
Oh, exactly.
not really the progress I was hoping for, but I'm still gonna grind it, and we're still gonna do some work with it.
Of
But
course.
it's
Of
definitely like
course.
if you look at my first broadcast and the latest broadcast, I think you can clearly see that I've been doing small steps every year.
Yeah. Yeah. For
But
sure.
that's
For sure. And you're like the guy for when it comes to like content about American football, at least. And you're not limited to just American football, but as of the topic that your mainly source would be is American football, right?
my passion.
My passion, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. But
So
I want to take this opportunity real quick to just thank everybody that ever sent me a Vips. Like that money
yeah.
that I got from the Vips throughout the seasons that I did, that really made a
Yeah.
difference to me. Like
Yeah.
if I wanted something, it was always like an internal argument about money. What kind
Yeah.
of money do I want to invest in stuff like this? And
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because obviously it's 1,000 things that I could need and buy, but I needed to be really
Yeah.
smart and just grow a little bit day by
Yeah.
day. And the Vips money that I
Yeah.
got, that like so thankful for everybody
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
gives
Yeah.
me.
Definitely. And it helped out the broadcast as well because you see the progress in both quality and when you get experience as a broadcaster, the and you feel love from people around you, and you know that what you're doing is not exactly making a difference, but it's contributing to the cause.
Yeah.
And yeah, when you know that, then the quality is just going to be better.
You know what, Sigurd? I'm not gonna have Vips though in the future years.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, so of course people find a way to not like what other people are doing. So
Yeah, it's always going to be someone.
yeah, but I clearly see it. Like they want to watch the football, they don't want to listen to me be like, hey, you can send us money, you know?
Yeah. But it's
So I
nothing on you though. It never went into like, oh, you were sending money to this guy. He's just gonna like use it for, I don't know, beer or food or whatever. No, this is fully everything that you got in there was like fully for equipment and to better everything for the viewer, you know?
Yeah. Anyway, so that's what AMsports TV is, and if you want to follow AMsports TV, please do that. Well, like on YouTube where this video is gonna drop, and then also Instagram and Facebook for sure. Like
Yep.
we're gonna keep posting about American football. We're gonna be like throughout the season we're gonna post like small highlights and stuff like that. Like, hey, one player had 3 touchdowns. Of course, we're gonna post something about that.
Yep.
And just to pass on, I just mentioned the season this year, and holy smoly, holy smoke, holy
Holy
moly,
smoly.
holy, holy moly, holy smokes.
Holy smoly smokes.
Holy,
Yeah, let's get
there's
into this season, man. Let's get
there's
into
been
this.
a lot of changes. Like
Yeah.
I like in already in now we're really close to the season. We're recording this in Easter.
Yep.
About 1 week before kickoff, and this season wasn't set like the way it's now, like until like
Yeah.
last week.
Yeah.
Like it had to change and change and change, and that's because of a couple of teams, more than a couple, but a couple of notable teams pulled themselves from the league, unfortunately, and the header, Våre Trolls.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely a big loss when we lost Trolls for sure.
For sure, and I feel sad for them, like the players and the crew and like the Trolls family, because they just got Jordal, their home field, back
Yeah,
after
man.
renovating and borrowing it away for like 5 years, I think,
Yeah, it's
3 4 years,
yeah. Yeah.
and
It's been a long
finally
time.
getting, yeah, finally getting back to the field. Like, oh, we're finally home, and then unfortunately they can recruit as many
Can't
players.
participate.
They have a fall off
Yeah.
of the veterans or something like that.
Yeah.
So it will be
But
interesting
we've
to
been
see where
blessed
the
though.
players go.
Yeah.
Because
It will be that will be interesting.
I'm
That will be
sure there's a
interesting.
lot of Trolls players that still want to play football. Like they want to
Oh,
go to
for
Eidsvoll?
sure.
Do they want to go to Lillestrøm? Do they want to go to Sarpsborg? Also Vikings? Like they got
Vikings.
options.
They got options, man. It's definitely gonna be special who you see whose roster is gonna be like, oh wow, this just shot up the roof, you know.
Hmm.
Um, as an Eidsvoll guy, hopefully some of those guys comes to Eidsvoll. Try and I'm not gonna try and try and convince them, but
But
it's
you don't really know.
yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know everyone. I just know some.
Okay, I'm not gonna ask
Yeah.
you. Like that's your information and stuff like that. We're not gonna be. The vision behind this podcast is not for you and me to be like, hey, we
No,
played
no,
in
no.
Eidsvoll, let's go Eidsvoll, you know.
No,
We're
no,
very
definitely
neutral
not.
to the league. Like
Definitely
we
not.
just want to
Yeah.
represent football.
I, we love football, man. We love football. We don't obviously love my family were there in Nassau, but love football number
Yeah.
one. So
But actually, to be honest, I hope the most Trolls players goes to the Starfighters.
that would be kind of cool.
That
That
would
would
be so
actually be
cool.
cool, and it would make the league more competitive, in my opinion. You know,
And they got an
because there are a
import
lot of
now.
more, and they have an import now. Yeah, which we're gonna maybe talk about.
Yeah, maybe we're gonna talk about him later. We're gonna, but
Maybe you could talk about it later.
I really want to have him as a guest in the
Yeah, that would
season,
be
like
cool, man.
talk to him, get to know him. Like he's a new face in Norwegian football, so it will be interesting to do some fact checks.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
anyway, we can take a quick look
Yeah, let's take a look at the schedule.
at the schedule, right? I'm just gonna open it up so I can see it. Um, all right, so we got it here, and starting next week in 15 April, Lillestrøm Starfighters versus Gladiators. Like that's a matchup that I'm looking forward to because Gladiators is a team that is in the Eliteserie, so it will
Yeah,
instantly be like a big test for the Starfighters to go against the Glads.
yeah, for sure. It's gonna be hard, but I think the way that they set this up is probably the best theory that they could come up with. So I think it's going to be turn out pretty all right.
Yeah, so we forgot a little information going into this picture. Like Trolls left the league, left the Eliteserien, and then in Division
Yeah,
1, I think Domers left.
neither's. Yep.
So they decided to like put the Eliteserien and the Division 1 together and create like just a top division, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, with that's well, it's sad because we're losing. Not only are we losing two great, or at least Warrior Trolls is just like historical, good team. They've always been high up there. Mostly have been number three guy the past years at least. But they've always been there. So it's going to be hard now to see what happens to everything now that we're gone. And we don't only lose the teams, we also lose their facilities. So as you said, Warlinga Trolls, they just got their new field and it looks beautiful. I've been there.
The best
It
field
looks
in Norway.
beautiful. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Best field in Norway for sure. But also when Domers goes away, you also lose a field up there, which yeah, it's gonna be you're saved of a pretty long trip once a year, but the field is pretty cool to play up there as well. I played there in my U19 championship, I remember, and it's a pretty good field.
Yeah.
So it sucks that they don't have a team either.
Yeah, but some information that you said we're losing teams, but also it makes the division bigger, or like the league
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
makes it bigger, makes it more
yeah.
games, more exciting like that, and it's gonna be a little bit restrictions because Lillestrøm I don't think really agreed. I don't know the information truly, but I
Yeah, yeah,
think
yeah.
they didn't want to move up to Eliteserien, but the way it's
Mhm.
set up, they really didn't really have a choice but to be in the same kind
Mashed
of
into
league.
this little, yeah,
But because of
yeah,
that, they're only facing Glads and Olavsmenn. So they're
yeah,
not going to face Eidsvoll or also Vikings. That is
yeah. I
because
think
those two are.
same goes for Ulosman, right? Or I no, Eidsvoll actually meets Ulosman.
Yep.
Yeah,
Olavsmenn meets everybody. Because Olavsmenn
yeah,
really said like, "Hey, okay, we are in the Eliteserien.
yeah,
We're
yeah,
up there now." So Olavsmenn is
yeah,
gonna have a same schedule as Vikings, Eidsvoll, Glads.
yeah,
But
yeah.
Lillestrøm is gonna be a little bit outside, so they're only gonna face the Glads and Olavsmenn. But still, I think that's gonna be like a good stepping stone for them.
Yeah, 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 for sure. But with this stepping stone, it also leaves a possibility for them to feel more comfortable coming into the league next year. You know,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
and and with the Olosman, sorry, I forgot the name. With the Olosman, they played in Elite Series 2 years ago, right, or 3 years ago. Yeah, and they did a pretty good job. Yeah, they did have some players they don't have now, but they still have some of those guys with the same experience, and I think it's going to be positive for them as well.
Definitely. Definitely. I'm sorry I didn't cut your face there when you
Yeah,
were talking, but
it's fine. It's fine.
I gotta
It's
do
fine.
it all manually, so just get used to it, guys. I might forget to cut your face and just you just see me standing there listening to speak. So I just want to move on, just race through the schedule here, Sigurd.
Yeah.
So you see the next game, 22 of April, we got Vikings versus Black Knights, and that's the Scandinavian Cup this year. So that's not
Hmm.
going to
Yep.
be mixed in this Norwegian series. That's like outside of the Norwegian series in another series,
Yeah.
which is called
It's an
Scandinavian Cup.
international championship. Yeah.
Yeah, between right now Norway
The
and Sweden.
Scandic.
Last year,
Yeah.
Denmark was a part of it, but
Yeah.
Denmark had
They
to
pulled out, I think.
withdraw. Yeah.
It would be
Hopefully
cool
in
to
the
have Finland
future,
there too, but yeah.
hopefully in the future it's going to be Norway, Sweden, Denmark, and maybe
Finland.
Finland.
The only problem with that would be that Finland is really they're above there. I'm not gonna lie. Finland is a pretty high league. They play good ball. They have a lot of more uh what should I say? Room to move in the roster and everything around there. So talking about import players and such, they have way I think they have a deal where they could get more than other countries out in Scandinavia.
Yeah, but Sweden also have like a pretty good
Yeah, yeah,
rosters.
yeah.
But
Yeah. Sweden does too.
But besides that, I just want to have a unified league that
Yeah, for
who
sure. Me
countries the
too.
best and stuff like this. And
No. Me too. It definitely brings more exposure to everyone.
yeah,
And it also helps us get more games, which is in the big picture,
and
it's
also
better,
you said Finland is better. Like I think Finland and Sweden are really close on the levels. Like I don't think it's a big step up from Sweden.
Yeah.
Some
No,
teams from Sweden
I
can
don't really
be like
necessarily think.
really like
Yeah.
I don't know,
Some teams in
really, and
Sweden are pretty good.
that's what's cool with the Scandinavian League because that's the way we actually get to see which teams are actually the better when it gets to
Yeah,
facing another
exactly.
team in another country.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I like it.
I
So
think
just moving
yeah, I like
on,
it too.
like only two Norwegian teams, Eidsvoll and also Vikings, are in the Scandinavian league, and only two Swedish
Yep.
teams, I think. I'm not sure actually. There
Yeah.
might be some more
Yeah, it's
teams.
no, it's only Karlstad and it's only Karlstad and Örebro.
Karlsson Black Knights. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way it's set up is Oslo is gonna host and go to Black Knights, and Eidsvoll is gonna
Yeah.
host and travel to Crusaders. So
Yeah.
and then in the 3rd of July we're gonna have a Scandinavian Cup championship game. So it will be exciting to see if we have a Norwegian team in that final game.
Yeah. Would be
Hopefully,
awesome, man. Would be awesome.
hopefully, you're gonna play in the games, right?
I hope. Still trying to get my body right, if I could say. It's kind of
Get half a
it's
month.
been rough. It's been I'm half a man almost out here. So with
Yeah.
these injuries, but it's
Mm.
been a while since I've played. So, but I hope I could get to play those games. I really want to.
We hope so too, because
Yeah.
Eidsvoll don't play a Norwegian team until after they play both the Scandinavian Cup games.
Yeah, I know. First one is of 29th of April, I think, for Eidsvoll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So from the season though, I think it's gonna be super exciting. Like I'm really looking forward to all these games and to let it all play out. And we're gonna have a quarterfinal this year, and so the worst team is gonna be like the fifth seed. No,
Yeah.
wait, how?
No,
No,
doesn't that make sense?
the worst team is gonna meet the team number 4. So the fifth seed is
Okay.
gonna be away game in the quarterfinal, and then the fourth team, number 4
Okay.
in the rankings, is gonna be the home team in the quarterfinal. Because there's only one quarterfinal, not two, and the team that wins that game is gonna go on to the semifinals.
Okay. I see.
Then and from that point is gonna be two semifinals, and the teams that win is gonna be the Norwegian championship game.
Yeah.
So Sigurd, looking at the schedule right there, which game are you? I think we're pretty like-minded, and I think we agree
Yeah.
when I'm gonna say like Eidsvoll versus also Vikings at the end of the season is gonna be like the main
Yeah.
game this season.
Always. It's always the main game. At least it's been for me. It's a personal relationship. I really love playing that game. It's always a competitive. I haven't come out victorious so many times in that rival.
The last time.
Yeah, last time, but I didn't play in that one. The championship game. I wasn't here
That's right. You
playing.
were hurt that last
Yeah,
year. You didn't play.
I didn't play, so I really am looking forward to meeting those guys, man. And I think I know that it's going to be a competitive game because it's always been, it's always been enjoyable for people to watch. It's a lot of high and cool plays being made, and highlights, cool
I'm
like that.
gonna, yeah, you saying that's always a big game for you. I'm gonna tell everybody right now a game in 2019, Sigurd versus also. You almost beat also Vikings by yourself. You had like 4 pass deflections and 2 interceptions.
Yeah, yeah, that's the best game. It's the best game I've ever had. But obviously, I didn't fully do it by myself. We had a great team. We just got unfortunate and didn't win it. But hey, that's the best game I've ever played. So I gotta take some hype for that. I gotta acknowledge it. Thank you.
Definitely one of the better games I see in a DB have in Norway.
Yeah,
That's I think I made it like a small promo
Yeah,
highlight
yeah,
just
you
for you
did.
that after that game. Like
Yeah,
that's the thing Sports TV does when a player ball out, we're trying to represent that player, and you were definitely that
yeah.
player
That
in that
game,
game.
yeah. Thank you, man. Thank you. That was a fun game, but we lost.
You did.
We
But
lost.
so moving on, like I feel like we covered the season a little bit. Like I'm super looking forward to see how this play out.
Same, same.
So moving on, we got the segment that we want to have. We want to have a segment every week or every
Yes, sir.
episode. We want to have a segment, and right now it's going to be a preseason version. So it's going to be like the players. The segment is called Three Ballers, and it's going to be three players that we feature. And I think in the middle of the season we're going to be like, these are the three players that been balling, but right now we're going to do three players that we think is gonna be ballers.
Yeah. It's definitely gonna be a segment that we're gonna build on because it's like I think that's gonna be like a big part of this podcast. It's the three players that we call out because it helps everyone out.
Definitely. So
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead. I want to start with my with one of the first players, and
Yeah.
he didn't play last year.
Yeah.
He's been through the Eidsvoll junior programs, and some years back he switched teams. He went to also Vikings
Yeah.
to get some one-on-one coaching with Derek Mann,
Yeah.
and to upper his what can I
His
say, like
game.
his game, yeah, for sure. Derek Mann
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
like a quarterback guru over there. Like he's a good
Yeah.
coach for sure. And it's Wilhelm Dumas, man. Like this year, he's gonna be
Yeah.
back in Eidsvoll. Eidsvoll really need a quarterback that's like reliant and is gonna open up the opportunity for Michael to take a little bit of rest on
Take a little
offense
bit of rest. Yeah.
and focus on defense. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited to see Wilhelm on. We got a little clip here. Like he can throw deep balls, man.
Yeah,
Look at
bro.
this
He's a
in the
baller.
pocket.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's not going to have Fredrik Fjellset, which is going to be featured in this clips, but he's going to have Arne
Yeah. He's
Turik.
gonna have Arna and Thor and Yasser as a tall guy.
Yasser, definitely with the
He's gonna have a
football
lot of
background.
ballers around him. Yeah.
Look at the ball
Yeah.
placement though, really good like outside shoulder. So
Yeah.
definitely really going to look forward to see Wilhelm back in Eidsvoll uniform. He's
Yeah. I
yeah,
played with Willem all up in junior programs. Played with him the first year we played was U17, and we were estimated to be I think that was his second year playing. And the American Football Norway website, they posted of how they thought the teams was going to do in the U19 season, and because it was Eidsvoll's first time back in U19 for many years. No, U17, sorry, for many years they didn't have a youth program, but that year they did. So me and three other former Eidsvoll players, we went to Lillestrøm. We came back to Eidsvoll to play U17 there, and that's Wilhelm's second season. And we were estimated not to win a single game, but we ended up being undefeated and winning the whole series. And that's a big thanks to Wilhelm for that, because yeah, as you said, he's a real baller. He knows how to play football. So yeah.
Yep, he's been on the European not been on the Norwegian national team, and has been on the
Yeah.
Scandinavian, like Nordic national team, if you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
Went to
He
the
went to
States and
Dallas.
played. And
Mhm.
he's just a fun guy to watch, like
Yeah, yeah.
really
And he's a
talented
super
guy.
chill dude too. He's a super chill dude and
So
outside
he's
of the
our
field.
number one baller that to look out for in the season.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you take us through the next one?
Yeah. Who's up next? Who's up next? All right, so this guy, I can't really like make up a full story and have you guys guess who it is because not too much is known about this guy, or at least from me. But it's gonna be a big dude, a crazy good athletic baller, could play around all around the field. He's played in Norway for 1 year, and he's coming back to play another one right now. And he's playing for the Vikings. It's Will Savell, big Will Savell.
Number one.
Yeah, as you can see here, we got highlights here. He's a big dude, man. He's a crazy athlete. He can play running back, returner, as you see right here. Plays D line, linebacker. Nah, this guy could ball. and you see he's got good speed, and when he's such a big guy and he has speed, it's really hard for, if I'm going to be honest, anyone to tackle him around here because he's a hard man.
Yeah, he was brought in to play a DN, but he ended up playing running back, wide receiver,
Yeah,
returner.
all around
He
guy.
did a lot of positions for the Oslo Vikings, and that's actually what like a Norwegian team wants from an import is a player that can be like
Yeah.
versatile and play as many spots as they come because he will be of natural selection probably the best player on the field.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has a
And
lot of
I think he was the
experience,
best
and
player on the Vikings last year.
oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. He's one of the best players in the league. So it would make
Yeah.
sense.
So moving on, we're gonna have our next guy, our third and final player of our segment,
Yeah.
three ballers.
You can do it, Martin. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
he's gonna be a player we haven't really seen yet. He's gonna be a
No.
new, fresh face in Norway. He's gonna be, I think he's gonna play DB and a little bit of backup quarterback, but I think made he's
Yeah.
being brought in just to play mostly DB.
Yeah.
But for sure, I'm gonna bring up the picture here. Colin Grant from Canada
Yes, sir.
played in Toronto, I think it was,
Yeah.
and just he's just a baller. Like he was the number 3 ranked quarterback in Canada coming out of high school. He got
Yeah.
D1 offers and D2 offers, and but he stayed in Canada to finish his college there,
Yeah.
and he's gonna be a big upgrade for the Starfighters this year.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. It's going to be a threat out there. It's going to be really exciting to see. As we looked at the schedule earlier, now that we have the Lillestrøm here, it's going to be really cool to see some of those guys just flourish, or how to say it.
He's on
Yeah.
DB here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's also this clip. He's also on a DB.
Yeah, see, it's a little bit different watching Canadian football when they can run 10 yards before the snap.
Yeah, and also a 20-yard line end zone
Yeah.
with the field goal
Playing
with the field
DB,
goal post in the middle.
I've always said it, you could, a lot of guys was gonna hate me for this one, but playing corner or DB in general, it's probably one of the harder stuff to do out there on the field. And I would say, as of
It's
what I've
known.
been thinking, yeah, it's known. But as what I've been thinking, playing DB in Canada, that's got to be rough because that wide receiver can do a lot of stuff before even the ball is snapped. So,
Wide
so
receiver
yeah,
gets a head start.
yeah, it's kind of cheating in my opinion. It's kind of like, oh my god, come on, bro, how am I supposed to keep up? I'm backpedaling here. He's full sprint.
Right. So obviously, our next topic, we got the three ballers locked. That's the three ballers we're gonna look forward to seeing in the season to come. And
Yeah,
next, I want to talk a little bit about my new project, like top 10 Eliteserien, like
yeah.
rankings of the top 10 players from last year. What do you think so far, Sigurd?
Oh, I think it's friggin' awesome. It's pretty cool. I like the show. I like the series, and it brings out a lot of love from a lot of people around. You got people talking about each player individually, and you put it on the end of the videos, and it really shows that we know who each other are, and we have a little community of ourselves in here.
Yeah. And yeah, that's the point. Like obviously it's inspired by everybody who's seen NFL Top 100 can see like that's
Yeah,
where I got the inspiration from. It started I just
yeah,
got a text message to be like, "Hey, this would be cool." And I was like, "Yeah, it would be cool if I didn't make the list because I don't want the responsibility of
of
ranking the
having the
players
yeah,
because
yeah,
I
yeah,
might
yeah,
be biased, you never
yeah, yeah,
know."
exactly, exactly.
And so I sent out a message to some of the players that I know really know the way around the league. They take me back their top 10 players, and in total I got like 37 players named, and
That's
I
pretty.
ranked
That's
I
pretty
ranked
good.
them all. And I just by this episode is dropped, I think it's gonna be pretty obvious who is gonna be number one.
Yeah.
Because I think we're gonna drop this episode after number 2 is released.
Yeah.
So everybody's gonna know Will Savell, he's number 2. and then who's going to be number one? You'll see, but
that's the big reveal. Yeah.
And
that's a big reveal right there. That's a big reveal.
Big reveal. Well, we're gonna drop this episode after Will Savell is
Yeah.
But I just want to talk a little bit about players that really could be on a top 10 list but didn't make it.
Yeah, because there are a lot of ballers out here in Norway.
A lot of them, and I'm seeing all the rankings, and I gotta say I was surprised by some of the players not getting the votes that they didn't get. Like,
yeah,
a player that I thought might be in the top 10, he finished like 25. Like, I was like, whoa, that's crazy, because I've been watching him play for all his games, and he's definitely one of the best players in the league. I'm not gonna name drop anyone right there, but I just want to go through one player per team from my side, which is a player like I feel like if we did the ranking again, he might as well be on a top 10 list. Like, I'm just gonna give cred to one player per team. I'm gonna start with also Vikings, and I'm gonna say I had multiple choices on Vikings, by the way. Like, they have a stacked roster, and but I went for Thomas Sundby, the Secondinator, number 56, I think, on the end. He's just a weapon. Like, he's so solid off the edge.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Such a good pass rusher and run stopper. I also wanted to go for JJ.
Yeah.
For Trolls, Roger Kleivdal, their safety, number 41, just made plays all year.
Yeah,
all year.
Makes sense.
Plays. Like, he was always around the ball. He had some interceptions, like fumble recoveries, forced fumbles. Like, he was a baller.
Yeah.
And also from Glads, I got Raymond Myhrer. He actually ranked pretty high. I'm gonna spoil where he ended up at number 12, so he was almost on the top 10.
Oh, it's almost on the top 10.
Almost on the top 10. Raymond, you can step it up if you want to be on the top 10, boy.
You gotta step up at least 2 spots.
Yeah, you gotta get some more points, man.
Some more points.
From Eitzel, I got Twitter extension, like MVP in the championship game.
Yeah, that also was kind of shocked that he's not on, because fuck, he's an athlete, man. He's a baller.
All right, Sigurd. Looks like we got a good first episode there, right?
Yeah, looks pretty good, man. I'm pretty happy about it.
Pretty happy. We got to go through the season. We got to explain a little bit of AMsportsBALLERS and why and how it came to be.
Yeah.
And we got to go a little bit through the top 10, and also we got to do our first segment ever, 3 ballers.
Yeah, 3 ballers. Yes, sir.
In the future, we want to do like every other week an episode, right? Like, so next episode would be like in between April and May. We want to have a couple of weeks of games being played.
Yeah, for sure.
And why that is that we don't want to overload ourselves right now with this commitment, and also we think we wanna give you also the viewers an opportunity to give some feedback, make some adjustments, figure out how we want to really do it, and then and the way you give us feedback is obviously commenting on YouTube. But we would really appreciate if you want to go on patreon.com. I'm gonna, in the middle here, I'm probably gonna put like a link or something, and it's also gonna be like in the bottom of our YouTube video. A link to our Patreon is gonna be patreon.com/AMsportsTV, not AMsportsBALLERS, because we didn't want to make another new Patreon for this, and my Patreon for AMsportsTV have 0 people. So it's starting from scratch anyway, so we know that anybody who's gonna join there from this point on is gonna be to support this pod and this pod only, and you and me, Sigurd. Yeah. And the way you do that, like I said, go on patreon.com/AMsportsTV, and you're gonna get like 3 options, I think, and it's gonna be like 3 annually payment options. Like, every month you pay either 25 NOK, 50 NOK or 100 NOK. Like it's 25 NOK. How much is that? It's like if you buy me a
it's
lollipop.
About $2.
If you buy me a lollipop in the store.
Yeah, it's about that. It's about
so
that.
We're asking everybody who really want to support, let it help us to continue to build the sport and the broadcasting that we want to do.
Sure.
Just buy us an ice cream per month.
Technically, yeah. Yeah. Nah, but everything though, serious would be, we appreciate anything, and if not, then it's cool as well. We want to help grow the sport in every aspect that we can. So that means that we might sound a little pushy at some points, or sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's not the intention of anything weird. It's only good.
As of right now, we don't have any benefits. Like we cannot give you anything back on Patreon, but the plan is to have like individual videos only go on Patreon. You get the opportunity to vote what we can do on.
What we can do,
episodes.
Talk about. Yeah, exactly.
Like you're gonna get some benefits also by supporting.
For sure,
us. We're gonna give you some extra content, some extra. Some decision making, definitely.
We're gonna go full Mr. Beast on you guys.
Hopefully not gonna give away all our money though.
Yeah, hopefully not.
I think that's it, guys. Like I'm really happy with this episode, and I'm really excited to see where this is going, Sigurd. Like we're gonna try to do something here.
Yes, sir. I'm very excited myself.
Okay, I couldn't stop to focus on your bottle. Like he's gonna drop it.
Never. Come on now. I might be a DB, but I play receiver.
DB.
Play receiver too. So.
All right. So please subscribe, like, follow.
Yes, sir.
All the traditional stuff. Follow Sigurd on his Instagram. Follow me on my Instagram and our YouTube. We're gonna put it out on AMsports TV, YouTube, and stuff like that. We don't want to create a new YouTube for this right now when the goal is just to promote American football. We don't really need another platform to do that. We can just keep to one that's pretty much existing right now.
Yeah.
And Sigurd, it's only one thing to say.
One thing to say, you want me to do it today? The first one?
I'm gonna give you the first one.
The first one? Alright. So we kinda agreed a little earlier on a catchphrase or a goodbye phrase. So I'm gonna say it right now, everybody, peace out and ball out. Yes, sir.
Ball out.
Ball out.
Okay, ball out. We're out. See you next time, guys.